Hey, good morning, everybody. So I'm going to give it just a second for some people to come on live. And I also want to make sure that you're able to see me. So I'm going to pull up my Facebook here as well real quick so that I can see what you're seeing and also see any questions that you might have. So as you probably noticed in the title, it says ABC Bootcamp Fashion Show Vests. So we get tons of questions about how we make the vests. And here's the thing, there are tons of videos on YouTube and online of how to make vests out of paper bags. So there are tons of different ways that you can do it. And I've done it differently over the last few years, but I have found the process that I'm getting ready to show you to be the easiest. And works the best with the kids. And it looks like you could probably be able to see me pretty well here. So if you have any questions or anything, please type them in the comments because I have my Facebook pulled up so I can see exactly what you're seeing and I can see your comments. So you can get these brown paper bags from your local grocery store. Most of the time they'll give them to you free. Our local store here last year would not give them to me for free, which was a first. So and when you get grocery store bags, they always have, the name of the grocery store and stuff on one side. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to order some from Amazon this year. I'm not even going to go and try to argue with them at the store. I did go across the street to a different grocery store and they gave me bags there. But again, this year I just wanted to avoid the whole hassle and I just ordered them on Amazon. So you can see this bag here is not folded correctly. So I'm not even going to use it. That's the first time I've ran into that actually. But I'm just going to put it to the side. All right, so how to make a vest for your kindergartners for the ABC Bootcamp Fashion Show, or maybe any other reason that you might need to use a paper vest in your classroom. It's really simple. I want to start out by saying, don't stress yourself out about these. They're not going to be perfect. I don't use a template. I just go for it. They're not going to be perfectly symmetrical. At least mine won't be. Maybe you can get them perfectly symmetrical and maybe you want them to be. But the way I look at it, they're for 5-year-olds. They're going to use them for a little while and then they're going to be done with them. I do want them to look good, but they don't have to be perfect. So don't stress yourself out. All right, that said, here we go. Here's my brown paper bag. What I'm going to start out doing, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, see how you've got this lip right here? I'm going to cut just this part right here. I'm just going to cut that open on both sides. And then that's going to open up the top. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to cut right along the edge. Just cutting a little bit of that off all the way along the edge. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I've got 19 of these bad boys to make this morning and get them to school so that the kids can decorate them for the fashion show, which is next Friday. All right, so what I did was cut off right here along the edge on both sides. I just cut a little piece off. Now I can stick my arm all the way through there. When I open the bag, see, it's like this. So now I'm just going to flatten it. And as you do more of these, you get a lot faster. I've done 10 this morning already, and so I noticed as I was going, I got faster and faster. All right, so I'm just going to flatten this out. The hard part here, for me, the only hard part of making these vests is the neck, and it's not difficult. But these particular bags, the glue here makes it hard to fold. But I want to flatten the whole thing out. All right, so now I have a flat paper bag with just by cutting off that little lip that I cut off, okay? Now I'm going to make the arms. And you notice it has these folds here in the bag. There's a fold here, and there's a fold here. Your bags should have the same type of folds because all grocery bags are folded the same. So it goes all the way across. So I'm going to use that as my guide. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut at an angle from that line up to this one. See how I have a line coming here too? Here and here. So I'm just going to cut at an angle up there. Then I'm going to come straight down from the top. And this is making the armholes. Right, see what I did? I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Again, here's a line, or here's a fold, here's a fold. So I'm going to go from here at an angle up to that fold, and then I'm going to come straight down from here. Right. And voila, I have my armholes. Now, like I said, to me this is the hardest part just because I like for the neck to be as symmetrical as possible. But it's hard, at least it's hard for me to get it symmetrical. So I just do the best that I can, and like I said, I don't stress it. It's not a big deal. It doesn't have to be perfect. Make it look good, but not perfect. So I use this right here kind of as my guide on where I'm going to start. Because basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut an oval, and I'm doing it 2-ply. Okay, I'm going all the way through because I want it to cut out the back of the neck as well. So I'm going to come in about an inch or so. And around. Pretty close. Not perfect, but pretty close. If you wanted to, you could straighten that out a little bit, you know, make it a little more symmetrical. But honestly, I'm not going to worry about it. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a V, 1-ply, just in the front. I don't want to cut the back of the vest, I just want to cut the front so that I have a little bit of a V coming here as a V-neck. So it's not as hard on their little necks here. You don't have to do this part. You could just go ahead and cut it straight down. But I like the idea of it not being on their necks here. So I'm just going to cut a little V and I'm going to come down. Again, I'm going to use my folds as my guide. So I'm just going to come in on each side of the circle there and come down to a fold. Right there and there. Take my V out. All right, so I've got my neck, I've got my armhole. Now I've got to be able to get in the vest, and the way I'm going to do that is by cutting the front open. Just come straight down from my V, and voila, I have a vest for ABC Bootcamp. That's all there is to it. And so that took me a little bit. I was going slower, and I was showing you how I do it. Like I said, as you keep going, you get faster. It gets easier. You'll find your own little method. Maybe you'll change a few little things up, but that's the basic way to make a vest. So I'm gonna look and see if there's any questions here. I don't see any. So I'm gonna make another vest, so some more people might come on and watch and have any questions. So again, we're making vest pictures that begin with the letter A in the sound. So that's it. They're going to decorate it, and then they're going to walk down the runway, ABC Bootcamp Fashion Show, to Madonna's Vogue. So I'm showing you today how I made that vest. Here's the paper bag. So all I'm going to do is I need to be able to open this bag. So I'm going to cut just a little piece off here and a little piece off here. I'm doing it 1-ply, I guess. I guess it's 2-ply, but I just want to cut this little piece off so that this top will open. Let me show you what I mean. got to get it started. Then once you get it started, you're going to just go right along the edge. Cut that entire edge off. And you see what happened? That opened that up. So now you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And you're very welcome for this video, Julie. Because yes, I mean, every year when I start to make these, because you only do them once a year, so every year when I start to make them, I'll always kind of struggle a little bit trying to remember exactly how I did them the year before. And yes, I ordered these bags from Amazon. You can get them at your local grocery store for free, but I ordered 50 of these guys, and I think it was, oh, I don't remember, $15 or so. I got 50 of them. So here's what I did. Cut off that little edge, and so now it opens it up. I take my arm all the way through the top. Now I'm just going to flatten it. I'm going to open it up, like so. Rebecca, yes, I can share the Amazon link. I'll be happy to do that. But if you just type in Amazon brown grocery bags, or paper grocery bags, they'll pull up, and I just searched for the best deal. But yeah, I'll be happy to share the link that I used. And I might be wrong about that $15. I can't remember exactly how much they were. But I ordered the smallest quantity that they had, which was 50. All right, so I've got it flattened. Voila. Now I'm going to cut out my arm holes. Again, let me show you for those of you that might have just joined. On your paper bags, you have folds, and I use those folds as my guide. So I'm going to start at the first fold. Actually, let me show you on the other side where you can see the folds better. I'm going to start at the first fold. Here's the second fold. And I'm just going to cut an angle from the first one up to here. And then I'm going to cut down from there. So angle up to here, down from the top. Let me show you. Angle, the first fold, and down from the top. Armhole is made. Again, angle in the first fold, and down from the top. Now I've got my armholes. Next, some armholes. Next, I'm going to cut out the neck. And as I said previously, for me, this is the hardest part, trying to get it symmetrical. The rest of it kind of just happens symmetrically very easily, but the neck, you've got to make it symmetrical, and I'm not the best at that. I'll be the first to admit I'm not an artist. But I use this little part here. See that these little, where it's glued together? I kind of use that as my guide to help me, at least. I still don't do a great job, but at least that's my guide. But again, like I said at the very beginning, I don't stress about these. They don't have to be perfect. Don't stress yourself out about making these vests. Just do it. Just go. Just do it. They don't have to be perfect. It's not about how perfect your vest looks. It's about the kids decorating them, learning from what they're doing, and having fun with it. All right, got my neck cut out. Voila. And you want to make it kind of large, okay? That's something else I want to make sure that I tell you. Because otherwise, it's going to kind of push into the back of their neck. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in just a second. But you can probably tell already, if this hole was not large enough, then this would be up further and it would be cutting into their necks. So make your neck fairly large. All right, and the next thing I like to do, and you don't have to do this, but I like to cut a V in the neck. And again, I use the folds as my guide. So I'm just gonna cut from here, go down to the second fold, like so. Same thing on this side. And then I'm just gonna cut straight down from the middle of my V. And I've made my ABC Bootcamp Fashion Show vest. Again, in the download, you have fashion show letters, which you're going to put onto the front. Just a circle. It's going to have the letter that for each of the letters that get assigned, and you're going to assign one to each kid. Some kids get 2 letters. If you wanted to do that, just because you may not have 26 kids in your classroom, or maybe you just omit some of the letters from the fashion show. That's a question we get a lot too. All right, so now, those of you that might still be watching, and you've seen how I did that, and I went kind of slow because I was explaining it to you. Now I'm going to show you how I can go a little faster. As you start doing these, you get a little faster with it. I'm not going to go as slow this time and show you every piece. I'm just going to go for it. So for those of you that might have just joined, when this live video ends, you can go back and see more of the details of exactly how I'm doing this. But I'm just going to go for it and make these vests to show you that it doesn't take forever. Again, don't worry about it being perfect. Just make it. Just do it. Just do it. As Nike says, just do it. Don't stress it. I'm gonna flatten it out. Which with these particular bags is not that easy because the way they are made and glued together. Flatten the top. Cut out my armholes. Going from the first fold to the top and straight down here. And cut out my neck. Again, for me, this is the hardest part, trying to get it symmetrical. Make your oval here fairly large. Make your V. Straight down from your V. That's the opening to your vest. Voila. ABC Bootcamp Fashion Show vest made from a free grocery bag from your local store, or you can purchase plain bags on Amazon like I did. The letter downloads are part of the ABC Bootcamp download. So when you purchase ABC Bootcamp, they're in there. You're just gonna scroll through. They're in the first file that's labeled 1 or numbered 1. You just scroll through that file and you'll see them in there. Can't really miss them. What other questions do you guys have about ABC Bootcamp or anything? I'll try to answer any questions that you have. I'm just going to kind of hang out here and see if more people happen to come on and want to see this, because we get a lot of questions about how to do these. So I'm going to make sure that as many people as possible get to see this. And what I might do actually is make a video and post it on YouTube. Might be a very good idea. Maybe make a video and put it in the ABC Bootcamp download so that they always have the video there to see how to do it. That would be great because, you know, like someone said earlier, it's hard to remember year after year exactly how you did them the previous year. So if we had video in the download, then you could always just refer back to your download and watch the video. So that's probably a good idea. What do you guys think? Should I do that? Should I put it in the ABC Bootcamp download? I think that's what I'll do. And we want to make sure also, if you've used ABC Bootcamp or you're using ABC Bootcamp, we would love to see any pictures and videos that you have or data that you have. We would love to see that. And you can share it on social media just using the hashtag ABC Bootcamp. I look at that fairly regularly. I actually follow the hashtag, so I like to see what's going on. And there's a lot of fashion shows happening all over the country. It's a lot of fun to see all these kids having so much fun with it, and to see all the different things that different schools do with it. Some of them do a school-wide fashion show, so like everybody comes to the gym or something, and the kids walk the runway in front of the entire school. Other people do it like a parade, and they parade through the halls. The whole school comes out and sees the ABC Bootcamp parade instead of it being a fashion show. The way we do it in Greg's class is we actually just do it in the classroom, and we invite the parents to come and participate. So we just kind of keep it pretty simple. I think it would be a lot of fun though to do a school-wide fashion show or a parade. It'd be a ton of fun. Alright, this is the last one I'm going to make here on video, and then I'm going to stop it because I need to save some so that I can make a video maybe for the bootcamp download. So for those of you that might have just joined, I'm making ABC Bootcamp Fashion Show vests out of brown paper bags from, you can get them at your local grocery store for free. Most of them will give them to you for free. Or you can get them on Amazon, which is where I got these, and these are plain. They don't have any advertising on them like they would have from your local grocery store. Not that that's bad, that's what we've always done in the past. You can either turn them inside out or you just decorate over that part. I make what I did last year is I made the part that had the, see this one wasn't made correct, the bag wasn't. It makes it a little difficult. But when you have writing on them, you can just make the writing, make the front not have the writing, let the writing be on the back, so that it's not as prominent during the fashion show. Alright, flatten my bag out. Now I'm going to cut out my armholes. So you have two folds here. I'm going to start at this fold, cut up to this fold, and then down. So angle to the fold, and down. And the other side, I'm doing this 2-ply, so you're cutting both sides of the bag. Angle, first fold, and down from the top. I'm going to cut out my neck. Again, it's 2-ply. I'm going to cut out all the way through from the front to the back. Make your oval pretty large so that they have plenty of room for their neck to go through. Then I'm going to cut a V down the front. Again, the V is optional. I didn't do that last year, but I think it's going to work a lot better to have the V. So it's going to open it up here in the front. And then I'm going to cut straight down from my V. And voila, ABC Bootcamp Fashion Show, vest. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can always shoot us a direct message right here on Facebook, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. Or you can send us an email at kindersmorgy@gmail.com. For more information about ABC Bootcamp, go to the kindergartensmorgasboard.com and click on Bootcamp. Thanks so much and have a great day.